Hi, welcome back to the channel. This side Raju Upadhyay from CIMAGE College, Patna, Department of IT. Today, I'll be discussing yet another topic of advanced Excel called data validation. So, data validation feature of Microsoft Excel, which allow you to create certain rules that dictate what can be entered into a cell. For example, you want to limit the data entry in a particular cell or group of cells to a number ranging from 10 to 100. If a user tries to enter an invalid value, you can display a custom error message to the person who are doing the entry. So this data validation can be implemented in two different ways. The first way is by preventing the user from entering the invalid data in cells, or second way of doing it by encircling the invalid data in a cell. But today we are going to cover by preventing the user from entering the invalid data in a cell. Let us see with an example how it is going to happen. So all of you can see I have a one small workbook open in front of you. So within a workbook, we have a one worksheet, and this worksheet is talking about the detail of the books. Let's say we are dealing with the company who used to sell the book on a daily basis. So this is the information, this is the data for the month of first week of month of August. So you can see the data. I have a column like serial number, book name, where we are having a name of the book. The category of the book is defined here in the third column, and quantity sold we have defined out here in this column D. So what we want it is, if my data entry operator is going to enter the data for the column D, which is going to enter the data for quantity sold. So obviously, since this is going to talk about the quantity sold, the quantity minimum quantity sold can be 0 or it can be greater than 0. In any case, it cannot be negative. So what I wanted is, I wanted to make this particular area, make this range of cells under the data validation, which is going to validate at the time of entry of a data that the enter value should not be negative. So how we can implement it, just we will see. So what I can do is, first of all, we will highlight range of cells on which I wanted to implement the data validation. So I have selected a group of cells starting from D3 till D16. And after selecting this set of cells where I wanted to impose data validation, we will go or data tab on a menu bar. This is the data tab. We'll click on this. And within a data tab, I have a group that is called data tools. And within a data tools group, I'm having option called data validation. So I'll click on data validation. And within a data validation, we are having an option called data validation. Now you can see one small dialog box has come in front of us. Within this data validation dialog box, we can select setting, and within a setting, we have to mention certain validation criteria. So as a validation criteria, what I'm going to do is, I'll be selecting within a allow drop down whole number. That means I expect the user will enter the whole number, not a fractional number. And as a data, we will select option called greater than, and the minimum value which we are supposed to write here is -1. That means the entered value has to be greater than just -1. So just greater than -1 is going to be minimum value is 0. So in this way, we are trying to implement the data validation where our selected group of cells will allow to enter minimum 0 or more than 0. Maybe for certain books, we could not sell for a particular week. So that number of quantity can be 0. And if we sell the number of unit, so we can obviously write the positive value. Now the setting part is over. Then we can go for another tab called error alert. Within error alert, we are going to give a title. That means whatever alert message will come in front of you. So what could be the title of this? So here I'm going to give the title as invalid input. And as a error message, I wanted to display it on this user on the screen when the user is going to enter the negative value. So for the user, we are going to give a message like, please input positive number. Positive number. And I'll click on OK. So everything has been done. Now let us check what is happening with this particular selected cell. Now let's say we are going to have a entry part now. So for Prisoner of Azkaban, which is a fiction book, I am trying to enter the quantity sold as 7 for the month of August, first week. It is taking the data, there is no problem. If you are going to enter a data for Sanjeev Kapoor's Chinese cookbook, obviously, which is coming from the book category cookery, here I am trying to enter -4. So obviously, we have done the data validation, which is going to restrict the user not to enter the negative value. So since I have entered the negative value, and if I hit the enter key, just you can notice I have got error message. Error dialog box has come. The title bar is labeled with invalid input, and the message is labeled with please input positive number. So I can go for retry, and I'll enter the right number. So let's say I'm going to enter 2. So it is taking it very easily. Let's say for the Lord of Rings, which is the fiction book, we could not sell the copy of this book. So I may enter 0. So for the 0 also, it is not causing any sort of errors. So this is the best example of data validation. I hope you people have understood. You people have understood well. Now we are going to wind up this particular session for the day. So friends, this is all for the day. Tomorrow again, I'll meet you with another interesting topic of advanced Excel. Till then, keep revising, keep computing. See you tomorrow on the very same channel. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please write comments, whatever you wanted to write. If you like the video, please press on like button. Thanks a lot.